It's finally here. We are headed to the Super Bowl. We got done beating the Buffalo Bills, who just would not go away, but we were holding on to a 2-possession lead for the majority of the game, and we ended up getting the full revenge from last season completed, and we are now headed to the Super Bowl to see who it is we're going to face, because once again, and it's the Niners, we did not get to see who won during the game because we were the first of 2 games, which was a stinky, dirty, non-primetime game. Although, technically it's primetime, just not primetime hours, you know. It's weird I say it that way now that I think about it. But looking at the Pro Bowl, not that it really matters too much because, you know, a lot of our guys would have probably made it, but not going to be the case because we're in the Super Bowl. But looking at both sides, DJ Moore, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, I would give the wide receiver slight edge to the AFC, I think. It's hard to tell because Russell Gage really drops those numbers. Nah, it's got to be the NFC. The tight end is not even close, though. It's obviously the AFC. O-line, definitely would say the AFC, right? They got way more higher overalls on average. Left end, NFC. Right end, tied, but probably AFC by a smidge. DT smidge for AFC as well. Not even close on left out. Backup is good, though. Middle linebackers, very even. Probably a slight edge because they have Warner on the NFC side, even if he's a backup. Right out, obviously NFC. Corners, definitely NFC. Safeties, wow, that's a lot of mid no matter what. Based on speed and size, I guess, NFC. Kicker, who cares, but definitely AFC. And then obviously if you look at the quarterback, clearly AFC. So the AFC in general, I would say, gets the nod. However, running back, if you're not going to start Jonathan Taylor, technically a bit of a loss as Najee can't really move around as well as Joe Mixon, but that's the Pro Bowl. Let's move on to the Super Bowl and see what dev-ups we may have had. Hopefully Eli Fisher is, well, he had a pretty damn good year. You know, should have probably won MVP even after missing all those games, but let's take a look at the dev-ups anyways. Trying to think if anyone else would have had a dev-up, and Travis Jackson with Bryce Cody. Travis Jackson with that +2 is not going to really get up there. I don't know why I saw like the morale boost, I guess, really boosted that. Is there anything we can do to like upgrade spin cycle, physical? Bruiser doesn't really do much. Physical or slot, I suppose, which I don't think is going to happen no matter what, but yeah, we've got a lot of upgrades. Maybe I should have done this at the end of the first or last video. Fisher's a superstar with, I don't know what abilities. And then Bryce Cody, the X Factor, double me just out the gate. Didn't even have to like change anything. Also, Route Apprentice is number 2. We never changed that. I never even used the upgrades. DevOps for the defense, McKenzie. He went up in dev, right? I'm pretty sure he was superstar. So X Factor McKenzie. So 2 X Factor corners now. We got Thorne as a superstar now. Rookie of the Year will win you that award every time. Same with Jackson on the other side for offensive. And then John Franklin Myers, dev up for him. Probably based on his sack numbers, maybe tackle for loss. I'm not even sure which one does that. And then Nick Cross ends up going to superstar as well. So a bunch of newly dev'd up players and potential like second slot havers. You know, guys like McCollum even. Oh, Bishop also went up to superstar. He was only normal or star as well, right? So we got mad dev ups in this one, which we're going to have to change some devs, or not devs, but abilities, and get some upgrades going. But before then, let's take a look at the players of the week, which, what the hell? Why would it go to that? Way to go, game. I wanted to see the weekly awards, not the yearly. I don't know if you can go from there, but I'm just going to go from here now. And you can see McCollum and Fisher. And then the Niners, Lamar Jackson and Luakon. I think that's who I was mistakening. I don't know. With the Falcons, it was actually the Niners. But that scheme, as you can see, I don't know, dude. I think this is a walk in the park. Their scheme really doesn't last. Wrong thing. Their scheme really doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything. I honestly, I don't know who their running back is, but do they actually have a chance? I don't want to, ruin the video, but are we Super Bowl champions already? I mean, maybe I'm speaking too soon, but even though I know their roster's really good, I just don't think they're going to win. Very fast Lamar, though, so you never know. Dalvin, oh, they do have running backs, actually. Bijan backing up Dalvin, and then the third running back could be a starter somewhere as well. CeeDee Lamb's amazing. Mike Williams is impossible to stop for catching. Calvin Ridley's really good. They do have some weapons. Tight end solid. Left tackle's all right, but not very good at power blocking. Joel Bitonio is amazing. Connor Williams is solid. Runyon is solid. Right tackle is pretty good. Left end is one of the best in the league in Will Anderson. Right end, Poona Ford isn't even a scheme fit. DT, Quentin Williams is insane. Byron Young, probably more of an edge rusher than like a coverage guy, but what are their options? Aluakon's amazing. Ajabo. So this is a 3-4 playing 4-3, huh? Sauce Gardner's insane. Slay's insane. Hilton's a really good number 3. Free safety's pretty good. Strong safety's slow, but pretty good. This is one of the best teams in the league. But will their coaching get in the way? I don't know. They are in the Super Bowl. Based on the focus, they look like they don't pass the ball well, which I kind of expected. I think the outside run is probably, I don't know, they're very similar. The read option could be a problem. I'm going to go runs inside defense. I think we can easily contain the outside for conservative on the read, and then just, because the focus on the inside, let them do their work. Of course, their defense, that's really the thing that could win them the game. It's the defense more than anything, in my opinion. And sadly, Tony House will not get that upgrade in time. So I'm kind of looking around to see if I can, get someone else a dev up or an upgrade point because, well, like I said, it's not going to matter for Tony House. I guess John Franklin Myers maybe. Don't think that's going to help him either. Anyone at all like close? Doesn't seem like anyone's close to an upgrade. Maybe Bishop. Tyndall, perhaps? Yeah, Tyndall, but he was going to get it anyways. I might as well just keep it on him then, because he's going to get the dev up anyways, or the upgrade point anyways. So, sadly, no Tony House bulldozer ability, but still, a lot of upgrades, a lot of dev ups for players that really matter. Let's get those upgrades going, change some abilities, and head on in for the final game of this series. If you guys are excited for the 10-year rebuild that I'm planning on doing, hopefully I get this done by Saturday. Maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. Maybe, I don't know why you would watch this as you like. Maybe you're like, hey, Super Bowl is kind of cool. Why not? Deep accuracy never really got there, but throw power is insane. Under pressure, all that is pretty good. Yeah, if you're not new, really appreciate continued support, obviously, on the channel, as, I wouldn't be doing the series without you guys, so definitely appreciate it, and hopefully we can get this Super Bowl win. McCollum gets to 85 man coverage, well, 85 man style, gets deep route KO, which is fair enough, not going to change anything. Travis Jackson, who is missing short and medium route stuff, could help release. I'm going to go one deep threat, see where that puts us. Playmaker might be the best, though, in this case. Oh, okay, I'm not changing anything there. Deep threat getting +3 to release. You're going to go again. A speed for the 97 speed man, who is now 98. And as far as ability, clearly that makes no sense. Is there anything for deep routes? Runoff elite makes a lot of sense. I don't know how good it actually is, but that makes a lot of sense. Very fast. He's a guy that, you would definitely be easily mistaken by if he's running full blast on a streak. So I actually like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think it's fair, and it's definitely far from OP. As far as Zion Johnson goes, his pass blocking is probably his biggest issue at this point, and in general, our most successful style. Gets a couple of points there. Nothing, spectacular. Gets the job done. Tyndall, what is his weaknesses? A little bit of everything. I guess run stopper, since he's so fast that it kind of makes up for bad coverage, whereas block shedding, you just got to be good at it. There's no speed way around it, really, unless you're rushing from the edge, which is not a common thing for him. Thorne, the superstar, I don't know if I want to give him anything too broken, so we'll see. I don't even know if you can get anything that's actually that broken because it's his first ability slot. Unfakeable doesn't make sense. Persistence obviously doesn't make any sense. The tackle ones are really stupid. Defensive rally, I think that's a little busted to help other players out. Spinner is not really what he does. Instant rebate, I think that's fair, especially as a younger player. To win a matchup, you get like more stamina kind of stuff, if you will. I think that makes sense. Power blocking, I think, is Perkins' #1 issue, and as an interior guy, it makes sense to focus on that. Really good upgrade point. Some of these linemen, man, especially in this 10-year rebuild we're going to do, they're going to be really good. Like, we have ourselves a team. Like, this is almost like one of those, like, just with our Seahawks 10-year that we did, a team where it's like, why did we do a 10-year rebuild rather than just simulating and see what happens? Because it's already so good. There's not really much we can do to improve the team. And then, of course, for speed players, just going to keep going deep threat. Chance at speed, chance at release, those are kind of the main things you want for your speed guy, and +3 to deep doesn't hurt either. And almost to the game. Almost to the whole reason why we're here. But not quite, as we do have a couple more abilities to look at. I think Dunn already has a second ability. Fisher, I think, has 2 abilities. He has Clutch, which clearly makes no sense, and Closer, which makes no sense, because he's not an X Factor. Trying to find out which is the best. So Safety Valve, players with this pass and catch, that is a recent thing that makes a lot of sense, so that might be something I do. Tight end has done pretty well over the career of, well, just being on the team. Agile Extender, Jukebox, High Point, Deadeye. I don't know about any of this. Some of this seems a little too busted. No look, Deadeye. Okay, so that one fits. That one fits. The ability to have perfect accuracy on all crossbody throws. Maybe not, actually. He's actually not very good at that. Red zone Deadeye, very good in the red zone. Okay, so there's that. Not that that's a really bad ability, to be fair, but that makes sense. And I think Lofting Deadeye on all oh, that's the one. Lofting Deadeye, which I think is pretty busted, but that is something he is actually very good at. The touch pass and lob pass, he's insane at. So that actually does make sense. What's Hank's ability? Fool Me Once. Any other stuff? Nasty Strap. I'm not going to touch any of that. I think that's an okay ability, and it's not too OP. It's not too bad. It's just in between. Bishop might not even have an ability slotted in. He does Recuperation. Flat Zone KO. That is where he plays. Every other ability sucks. Maybe the bench press. I don't know. Then we have Nick Cross. Bench press. I honestly, Recuperation. Nah, bench press. He does play a lot of man coverage. On blitzes, which typically we are pressing on. I think that's a pretty bad ability, though, these days. McKenzie, what is the X factor? Universal coverage, not going to touch it. It's a fair upgrade and pretty good overall. And then I believe the last 2 would be Thorn, who I think I already looked at. Never mind. And then John Franklin Myers, who is a very good player. Don't know how OP I want to make him, but he deserves to have something finesse style because he is insane at speed stuff. I think Swim Club makes a lot of sense. And then I don't know what other abilities are really good. Reachally is interesting. He's pretty good at that. Ripper, double or nothing. With this ability, must spend double the pass rep points, but are granted more dominant wins. I mean, he's already insane. Under Pressure makes sense, but I think that's a little busted. Speedster. I mean, Speedster and Swim Club are pretty good, but it's not like, Edge Rush Elite, even though he can't get it because he's an interior guy. Do they not have that? Oh, he's listed at DT. I forgot he's not listed at DN. But that's pretty much that. Let's head to the Super Bowl. Here it is, the big one, the game we've been waiting for. And it's against a very good team, a San Francisco 49ers team that may be the most talented top to bottom in the entire league. We're obviously no joke. We're very good as well, but in general, they are very good and then some. As far as the captains go, which I don't even know if they actually have captain's badges on for the Super Bowl. Okay, very interesting little porthole. It's like we're on a freaking submarine. Barely got to see that. But even if it's not listed on their jersey, captains for today are Eli Fisher. Tony House, who definitely needs the boost in confidence. Kennedy, who is obviously just a problem in a general. John Franklin Myers. McCollum. And Kazu. Of course, very big positions, players across the board for, our entire team. Those are the guys that matter. Actually, it's going to also be Nakobe Dean on that list as well. Maybe McCollum is on the list, but Nakobe Dean, very big help, cornerstone to this defense, and makes a lot of things happen. Or if you're on the other side of things, makes a lot of things not happen. Of course, looking at Kazu's season, opposing starting field goal position, 22.3, so well below that average, which means he's kicking these things deep. At best, they're getting a touchback. At worst, they're, It's taking a while for the ball to get there, and he's kicking him like he is there, where it's like too close to judge. This time we didn't really get down there, though, and he gets exactly to 25 anyways. But too close to judge on a kneel or a let go, so you grab that ball and you try to get the most out of it as you can, which he got right to the line where he needed to be. Mar Jackson looking at a worse season technically than Fisher, but those yards on the ground probably make up for whatever touchdowns and yards he's missing compared to our guy. But at the end of the day, Fisher did not win MVP, so he's not like the gold standard anyways. It's still technically Burrow, who wins back-to-back. Had a Super Bowl win last season as well. He is loving life. And John Franklin Myers, what a throw quickly, though, as we are going to only allow 6 yards. John Franklin Myers out the gate looking ferocious. There's really no one on this D-line that can get to the quarterback even remotely as quick as he can. It's insane. And this is going to be a read option that we do not see coming, but there is going to be a hold potentially. And, man, that would be a touchdown if not. That's coming back, though. An electrifying play that the fans love, but unfortunately for him, it is their left tackle that holds and may have been the reason why he got out anyways. And, of course, Thorne, in the process, injured. It is now Sam Williams that comes in. 2nd and 8 after what could have been a massive rushing touchdown. Although, hey, they're not looking so bad on the second try. Getting 10. Yeah, Williams, I'm not sure how much we're going to see of him, if this is a long-term injury for Thorne and this is that big Super Bowl injury that you usually see from one or both teams when the big game is on. That left side looks open. That's exactly where he goes, gaining almost the first down yet again. And Thorne with the broken ribs in the biggest game. Definitely not preferable. Just gets to superstar, biggest game, misses it pretty much for the most part. And on 2nd and 2, really good job by the blitzers to take him down for a loss of 3. Bringing some players over to that side. McCullum playing the deep. I thought it was him playing the purple. Get a nice press in there, and that is a wide open player on the left side, and we overran hard. Taking him down to the 43, but not until he gains a good 15-20 for the first down on 3rd down. And they are still moving. Bringing the rush here, as this very well could be a run. And it is not going to be. It's going to be a nice play action. And to the outside, pretty good coverage. Only gains 2. All right, got to say, so far, maybe feeling I spoke a little too soon. I felt like this is going to be a really short passing attack that was going to get struggled. Oh, what a quick throw. Wow, okay, fair enough. He actually got that out, and the DB, or the wide receiver's paying attention. He might have actually caught it, but didn't think it was going to really succeed, and for the most part, it has. That was a really nice blitz there, though. And trying to cover underneath, maybe a little late, and that is a pretty good throw. A dot down to the 9. Great timing. McCollum got beat, and there's a first down into the goal line. So far, not so good. Got a freaking injury to one of our core players, and they're in scoring range outside a little too far. It's not a bad timing throw. And then the guy that negated a long rushing touchdown, the read option for Lamar, injured. Lamar's like, oh no. Wow, that sucks. He's injured. We'll see how that affects them, though, as he is a very good player. He just made a really bad mistake, and we're on the wrong side here. And that is a really good trick play for the touchdown with Mike Williams. I mean, who would have thought it was him? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know it was actually Mike Williams. I just knew it was a slower player, so I was like, he's not going to get the ball. Does. This is where the Bad to the Bone song would play if we lived in a copyrightless world. Copyright-free world. As it's now time for Fisher, the bad man, to come out here and see what he can muster up on the first drive. Last week, definitely did not, well, last game, because technically the Pro Bowl, whatever. No one cares about that meaningless game. Did not run the ball well. Evans was all right. Tony House got a couple of good runs at the end of the game, but really wasn't a good rushing performance for anyone on this team. And obviously in this one, we are playing against a very, very good defensive line. So we'll see what we have, but quick throw to the running back looks pretty open. Going to fight for a gain of about 7. They hit a couple of quick throws to the running back. We'll hit them with the same. Escobar is kind of the primary here, as I feel like they're going to cover every other route. Nope, maybe not. Escobar. Nice. So it's not Escobar. I literally just said Escobar's the primary route, and I knew he was on the wheel. Done on the inside. Oh, my Lord. They look like somebody's going to jump that because there's 3 DBs over on Jackson. Don't get me wrong. He's insane. But really? And we're not going to get any help. Jackson slips off, gains about 8. 2 receptions for 15 yards so far. Not a bad start. Don't like this run look, but his play action looks funky. I mean, I don't know what we're getting on that, and he drops it? On a possession? Hello? Haven't run the ball yet, and this seems like too obvious of a situation. We're going to trust Tony House, though. Oh, my God. Tony House did what he could, but Quentin Williams just smoked it with a fullback and 2 linemen on him. That might be a punt. How? I mean, I guess it wasn't technically two, as Jones kind of like didn't really commit. He kind of got in the fullback's way as well. I mean, it's a good play, but like there's just nowhere for him to go. You know what? It is going to be a punt, especially with our punter. I think we can pin him. A little bit of a line driver, though, from the 50. Might be a questionable decision. Yeah, please bounce nicely. Oh, that's not bad, actually. Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay, I don't feel bad at all about that. To the 4, just barely past the return man. And we picked that thing up at the 4. Made sure we went from that angle because I did not want to, like, something weird to happen, you know? I just don't want that. I just don't want that for us. I really want to run commit, but you just can't from the 4. You just never know. CeeDee Lamb is a very good route runner. And one-on-one with the help. Nice hit. Gains nothing. Punters are people, too. Could lead to us getting great field position to start the second drive, but we'll see. Never know. This team is kind of cooking up, and that's a really good start for them. I don't think that's a legit fumble, but if it is, that's a touchdown. I think he's down for the most part, but you never know. They are going to review this, which pretty much all but guarantees. And he is down, but great scoop, great score. Just wasn't legit. All right, this is a tough one. I'm bringing the blitz. I think we have to. And inside, trying to strip it. All right, we're not going to get... Okay. 91-yarder. Okay. I thought there was more help. I get it was a blitz. I should not have stripped now that I think about it because it was a safety that got him. I thought it was clear-cut that we would have had easily enough time to get him. I don't know how the hell... Nobody's there. Maybe a bad decision on the hit stick. Oh, Nick Cross or whoever the hell it was ran into the guy that was on the ground for our team. Way to go, dude. Well, the blitz did not really work out. Let me tell you that much. And we actually get a good couple of blocks for once. And the run goes for 9. Which is saying something because we're 2 for 8. Which means that first run went for nothing. Outside Kennedy. That's easy. Try to cut spin. I don't know what I was trying to do. Trying to get anything at all to work. And, I mean, maybe the juke didn't work, but at least we got the first down. Right side, Evans going after the really good players on that line. And it wasn't even really Williams that did it. It was someone else that kind of slowed us down for Williams. But still, a gain of 4 is above expected. 2nd and 6 now, nearing the end of the first quarter already. You're going to go quick to the tight end as there's really no one down there. And he gets the first down with... I mean, he gets popped, but with ease for the most part. This video is going to be brought to you by the phrase "for the most part," if you couldn't tell. Won't really let me... I mean, I guess we'll throw that right in there right away. There's no point in waiting if nobody's going to contest him. It's Kennedy, after all. Why would you not put someone on and make it tougher slightly? And we could hike this, but I'm not going to. Let's go to the second quarter, down 14. So far, scoreless. Yards are not in our favor at all. But you know what? We get the ball at half. And right now we're in position to score. Going with the same play, but we're actually going to play action. I like the idea of running to the left because they have some pretty good players on that right. That's a tough one. Overthrown slightly. Jackson, you hero. 17 yards gain on what I thought was going to be picked, let alone caught. Yeah, that was a little scary. The out route's looking kind of covered. Did we not just, like, change his to verts? They look like they've got everything. They've got the answer for all, huh? That's a tough one. Maybe not. The safety never gets there. Great adjustment. Done with the touchdown. We're on the board. Let's go. I like the celebration. I like the, to show that we're not scared. We're not too serious out here. I feel like it would definitely be more cause for concern if we weren't celebrating after a touchdown. That means we're a little afraid. We're like, okay, let's get more to business. Oh, it's a really good cut. And he cuts right back in, which I did not expect. Kind of lost there a little bit. Let's keep one safety deep. We know what happens when we blitz without some sort of help. The blitz moved everyone. Come on, help. Nice. Good job. Is that McKenzie that got beat? I don't know. Tyndall with the recovery, though. Come with another blitz. Tyndall in the zone. Maybe this is the move. Let's go Bishop, actually. Screen. Screen. Picked! Taken down as he's thrown, and Bishop's going to walk in for the touchdown on the equalizer. I thought he bobbled it and dropped it, but he bobbled it and caught the thing for the score. A little bit of pressure, threw it right at the last second, and don't throw a screen to a user. That goes if you're, an AI or if you're a real-life player. Screens is just not a good idea. Oh my, we just overran hard. It's to the right. Felt like that's where he was going to go. Really good cutback by Mr. Dalvin Cook, though. Let's go Benito. And we can't get off the rush, and Dean does a really good job. Tyndall kind of helps. Gains only a yard. It's looking like a run. And trying to chase down Cannon. Even though we thought it was a run, it looked like a run, and it was a run, we still couldn't stop it. First down. Would have been a man coverage, as now it's looking like a pass, I think. And we can't tell. This team loves to run the ball, after all. We do get him off his spot, but he still delivers a pretty good throw. Gains 8 with John Franklin Myers pushing him forward. And yes, that is John Franklin Myers tackling their number 1 wide receiver. The man doesn't take the play off. There, though, wish he would have. Kind of helping them a little bit, buddy. And that is a really good tackle. Tyndall! He's going to be short. I mean, that's an open field tackle. Well, I mean, about to be, right? I mean, pretty much. Get in there. And good handoff decision. But Dalvin almost didn't get it. Forrest Evans injured. He's a pretty good contributor. He's not like the best. It's not like we're losing, a McCollum or even a Kobe Dean. And we do have backups for that position, but he's still a contributor. He's made some plays. Step up, and we're not going to get there. Good tackle by Cross. Tackling's actually improving a little bit here. Elbow sprain. Somebody tell Thorne to do that next, and maybe we're cooking. And Mike Williams is so big that I forget that he's a wide receiver sometimes. So I see a linebacker on it. Oh, really? In the zone, Tyndall can't bring him down one-on-one. Either way, it's 3rd and 3. We're not making it easy on him, at least. All right, 3 tight ends. We're a little bit more equipped this time for the run. Going after the tight end, so if it is a throw, we got to get back in time. And no way. Good teamwork. It's only going to be a yard or 2 gains. 4th and 1 in the Super Bowl. It's going to be a punt. Do we have safe? Thank you. I need punt safe. Do not trust this. Especially since it's from the 44. Like, it doesn't really benefit us to trying to return when it's not even going to give us a chance. To the 10. That's not a bad punt. I've seen worse. Definitely seen worse. I've done worse. Hell, I've done worse. I've seen worse. I've smelt worse. Let's go to left. Tony House, 90-yard drive for a touchdown if we get it. And we're actually getting a little bit of blocks for once. Don't hate it. Trying to run away from that right side. This time kind of have to. Left side's the short side. And oh, my. Okay, Quentin Williams kind of missing a little bit. We lose a half a yard, but it's not going to kill us. Still, though, it should have been like a guarantee, and it just wasn't. Can we run this to the left? You'd get the fullback lead anyways, so I think you're fine. Just use some speed. Don't even need the oh, Jackson couldn't get off his own blocker. Kennedy there, but that's all right. We gained about 20. Tony House just utilizing speed more than anything. Not even needing to truck anyone or wait for any blocks. Just gone. Oh my. Yeah, we're gonna end up taking a sack. They brought 4, but we just didn't block it well. But more importantly, Dunn got pressed out of his mind at the line. I mean, hell, the whole team did, really. It was a good play by Will Anderson. It was a very interesting look. This might be a quick throw to Jackson. That is a tough read, but that's one of those things where, like, pre-snap, you would give him a look saying, okay, there's no one across from you. If someone doesn't jump the route or press you, this ball's coming. And that's, basically what happened there. And Dunn is open, and Fisher misses him. That is going to be a punt. That is a first down throw, and he misses it, sadly. Maybe those are the types of throws that makes an MVP voter say, I'm not voting for you. Man, this punter's kind of cooking. Maybe kicked it out a little bit too soon, but Hey, to the 9 from where we were, that's a hell of a punt, especially when he had no chance to return it, so there's no chance for him to make some crazy, like, miracle kick return, punt return happen. Oh, my, the moves. Oh, my Lord, the hit. He gains 9, so he burns us on the route, but the comeback from the hit stick, you know, almost equalizes it, right? Taking a hit like that is not free. That's not free. Oh, I almost baited the hell out of that. Get up there, McCollum. Thank you. Timeouts could be coming soon. They got to the 30. Like the comeback from us, though. Like that we're not laying down, and we're now tied up after being down 14 unanswered. Nice knockout by Bishop. It's one of those situations, again, we kind of talked about it last week, where maybe in that situation you'd actually rather have him just catch it, get that clock moving, but I'm not going to blame someone for knocking the ball out. That's a tough thing to do, and you know, we don't... Oh, Lord, I don't know who to cover. Good teamwork. Gains about 9. But you're not going to teach them not to tackle them, you know? If you can tackle them, I guess. But, like, also at the same time, maybe don't knock it out. Maybe let them run a little bit. Maybe then tackle. And it's like, no, dude, just, you know, control what you can control. And that's good teamwork. That will get the clock moving, although at the 50-yard line, this isn't really... Ooh, man coverage last second could be bad. Actually pretty good. And that's a little bit of a floater. Dropped by McKenzie. Nick Cross doing a little bit too much. Knocking the ball out as McKenzie had a pick. Oh, my Lord. What is happening? I mean, this is a bit of a trick defense as well. Nice shot to the knees. With that last time out, that might be, yeah... They couldn't let the clock go. I'm actually going to call a timeout myself. I don't think we're back far enough. All right, cover 4. The inside of the field's free. Just keep them in, I suppose. Keep everyone inside. No way he takes that. Huge hit. I don't think they're going to get to the line. I mean, that clock is moved. They're going to punt it? Was that a trick to get me to, like, call a timeout? I'm not really sure what this is. I'm not really sure why you even call the timeout in general. Okay. No, hell no. Oh, my God. No, did I touch it? Please don't tell me. Things have backfired. Things have not done. Oh, my God. What the hell? This is going to be like a quick throw to the moon. All right. Not a bad throw. Jackson with a chance. And intercepted at the last second by number 38. It's a hell of a throw. Actually got that far. Unnecessary, but you never know when something crazy could happen. How the hell did that ball land at the 1? Close game. But they do have us beat on yards. It's not really because they're succeeding more, but because they are absolutely managing this clock. So this drive in the second half needs to be a score, like, big time. As right now, they are, you know, completion percentage is insane. Their first downs on third downs has got to be damn near 100%. And, I mean, we're not, like I said, we're not playing badly. It's just we're not getting as long of drives, really. So throw it medium, and they're not really running as much as they, you know, we expect them to. But that's their bread and butter. And I feel like if we ever get down... That's going to be their, like, go-to. I think we can stop the pass. Can we stop the run consistently? I don't know. And last second, that was a really good try. Jesus. Ref want to blow the whistle? I mean, my man took so many hits there. It's actually kind of insane. Kind of hoping nobody goes after Kennedy, which they do, and there is nobody stopping Quentin again. I mean, I don't know why I would have expected someone to, but I thought there would have been. Tight end is insane. Cody cooking. Running over a guy. The whole team's falling down. 20 yards to start after the failed run, of course. What kind of route combos do we actually have? So that is the wrong button. That's kind of nice. But I will take my guarantee in Jackson, who's got the speed to get the first. So many short routes. Cody, you know, getting them deep, especially after a 20-yard gainer. Maybe go right back to him. Throw that out there as an option, and it definitely got them moving to the outside, and we're going to cut inside right away so we don't lose too much yards. More importantly, the outside was not open. Second and 9. They're really trying to get us away from this run, or maybe not even trying, but they've they're doing a good job of it. And we're going to cut outside, maybe a little too hard. Gains 3. I mean, it's a manageable situation. Am I feeling super confident? I don't know. Outside, wide open, hit the throw. Ooh! Maybe went a little too early with the... Oh, Quentin. Speaking of ooh. Maybe a little too early with that. But, yeah, I think Quentin Williams is out. I think I might run the ball. We do have Will Anderson there anyways, but might be a little bit easier. I don't know if it was a good or a bad decision to go to the outside there. The fullback, I mean, the fullback moved with some confidence that I've never seen before. I seen that confidence, and I was like, okay, I'm coming. I'm showing up to this party. This is not really open. Jackson is so fast, he just kind of breaks open. 5 yards gain, it's something. This audible has been pretty good for us, but sometimes we can't hit the throw. Not really open. I mean, that D is going to cause it to be a field goal shot. Didn't know if the tight end was getting open or not, but I saw the clock of the D line at least kind of moving a little bit. And I was like, I'm gonna throw this in here and just at least give ourselves a field goal. And of course, this would be the toughest game of the season for the most part. Oh man, their defense is cooking and their offense is. I mean, it's slowed down a little bit, but it's still really tough. They gain a yard. The run D has done pretty well overall, though. McKenzie as an X factor has been very good. Oh, read option. Taylor, the speed gets out there. 4-yard gain for Lamar. We really should be committing to the quarterback in that. And QB contain. We're going to hope that John Franklin just makes a play inside. Why does nobody double team him? And what a catch by CeeDee Lamb. First down. Wow. Why would you, like, do the double team over to Morris's side? He's a very good player, too. He's actually the guy that forced the almost pick to McKenzie. But, like, why? Yeah, that's a good fake out, and that pulls out the coverage that would have been over there. Thankfully, we got a grab on him from, I think, Nakobe Dean diving. All right, conservative defense. And there it is already. Nice shot from the back from Williams. Could have been a fumble. Crazy to see a 1 for -3, but anyone that watched this game from the beginning knows that he very well should have had a near 70-yarder. Oh, that's a quick out. That's our fault. And pushes him out of bounds, but that's a first down on 2nd and 12, which is really pain. Thought we needed help more on the inside because there were so many receivers on that other side, but guess we were wrong. Williams going up against a Calvin Ridley that really hasn't gotten the ball too much, and Lamar put himself in a little bit of trouble there unneedingly. That Bishop pick earlier, though, that was massive. And that's going to go to the receiver this time, and really good job by Nakobe Dean not getting tricked and makes the tackle with ease. Bring a little bit of a rush. He runs to the left at all. We're in so much trouble. Did a screen, we're late. And he's in trouble. Oh, my God. There's no way we just sold that. Good tackle one-on-one by Cross, though. Oh, my Lord. The whole line just died from one blocker. And, of course, they, in this situation, will be very pleased to get the field goal to tie it. And, honestly, the way our defense is playing right now, it's so hit or miss. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll take it as well. Sammy D as the backup quarterback. Not saying we're trying to hurt Lamar Jackson or something or have some crazy scandal that'll come out later on. Ooh, not a bad return, especially from that deep. Held right bumper the moment we were getting in trouble, though. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, it's, you know, if for whatever reason their quarterback were injured, that's who they have. I'm just information to have, you know. Gain about 4 on that play. Really not, you know, pretty, but it works. Also learned that, I actually kind of like this. Pretty good corner, but we'll see what Jackson can do with that speed. Learned that Quentin Williams is going to be out for only 1 more quarter, so make it count. That's really good running. Sauce is good, but the speed from Jackson, who is a really good deep route runner in general, I mean, he's just too much for most, and even him on that play. See what we got going. Maybe curl route for Kennedy. A lot of moving pieces here. Oh, that's good D. Oh my God. Acrobat is busted. Don't get me wrong, I anticipated the curl route, and you know, it was man coverage, so that's why I did it. You know, I figured man coverage on like a streak look. How in the world, dude? I had no plan on doing like a singular like image thumbnail for this one, but that was so insane. It might actually be. I mean, the fact that we had to run all the way out here for the sport was insane. They blocked up well. We actually might lose. We actually might lose. Gotta give it up to the... All right, we're stuck on the wrong players. Good teamwork there. Gotta give it up to the linebackers I've had to face against Mike Williams in this game. Mike Williams really hasn't been involved that much, and it's been a linebacker on him a lot of the times when we go to man. And this is crazy to think, but we're going run commit. We're going to use her with McKenzie and just hope it's not a throw. Oh my, speaking of a throw, if we weren't there, it would have been a touchdown. On a run commit. On a dive. When I run commit, I only run commit up the middle because there's no point anywhere else. Because if you guess wrong which side, I mean, that's a GG. And inside, McCollum's got to get aggressive. I need these guys to play aggressively right now. Might be, speaking of getting aggressive, maybe getting a little too aggressive out here. And we did force him back inside, but for outside for a good reason, because that inside was pretty open. Needed him to go that way because we were not ready for that inside run. Would have been some yards. And Dean one-on-one, can't bring him down. It's actually not Dean, it's Tyndall. I mean, I spammed the thing. I honestly don't know if they would have actually, in any universe, let me get that win there. I really don't know if they would have. We're another blitz, and to the outside, nobody's on him. Shot to the knee, gets to the 20. 8 minutes left, so there's plenty of time, but it's really not working well for us because it's looking like no matter what we do, unless we score immediately, it's going to be their ball for the final drive, unless it goes to OT. And Tyndall, one-on-one, does a really good job. And we had to slow down because you just don't know if he's going to cut that back. We've got more of a run-heavy defense here. See if we can actually get that going. And he will hand it off inside. Good job by Bishop. 2 yards gain. Last time we ran this like middle linebacker blitz, kind of worked out for us. Got the inside kind of slants covered. Oh, we can't get out there. Then they cut it back inside. And it was actually to the the wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb. The defense does its job. It's been a field goal battle. This is why I had Kazu as the captain. I kind of felt like it was going to come down to some field goals. 6 minutes left. We need a score. I mean, I'm pretty confident in the offense, but can we finish with a touchdown, though? I don't know. It was a good game, though. I actually thought this was going to be a walk in the park because the Niners scheme is usually pretty mid in game. Wangu with a return chance, who I may have called Nwangwu again because Wangu doesn't look like it at all. We haven't really run our best plays either, so we'll see. Of course, Quentin is back in. I think we can get away from him, though. And I was not wrong. We got some room. Look at House run all the way to the 40. I don't know if this is good for us. I really don't know if this is good for us. Play action, we'll see. No effing way that Kennedy just stopped there. Oh my God. I am honestly shocked that it wasn't picked. Why would he stop? You can clearly see. Oh my God. That was almost a GG. That was almost a GG. And that's pretty good. Oh, Kennedy. I'm not saying he made up for that mistake, because, I mean, he kind of caught it, so he didn't really have to make up anyways. But, man, that was so scary. I don't think I can forgive him unless we win the Super Bowl here. Evans getting blasted to the 5. It's a gain of 4, though. Mathematically speaking, that's not bad. You got to remember that they did not get a touchdown, so we don't need the touchdown to win. It would be really nice, but we don't need it. Evans holds on and reaches the ball over for the first down, touchdown, and the lead. Really good catch, especially when we went aggressive with a running back. Really good throw. And then once again, reaches that ball over, touchdown, huge. I simmed the extra point. I'm not even going to lie. I thought it was going to be like a missed kick just to make it even more interesting. Oh, we just ran away. Oh, overrun. Speaking of overran with Tyndall to make sure that he wasn't going to break free. With the timing of this drive, it could be a walk-off win touchdown. So, defense needs to make a play. Nice tackle. Is going to keep him short. Number 1 in takeaways. Only took away the ball once, though. Of course, I suppose technically they only did as well, as their first interception was a Hail Mary. Getting out there, cross, and I think it's going to be a first down, but that's a hell of an attempt anyways. Good D. Just sadly a first down, barely. Nick Cross, hook defense. I tried to get a piece. I knew that's where they were going to go to. Great tackle by Tyndall. Couldn't really do much about it, man. That clock, I don't like it. Tyndall inside. Just in case it's a run, they're going to go to the running back. That actually didn't really work. It's going to give them a first, but very, very short play there. 2-minute warning, all the timeouts in the world. Touchdown is needed for them. They cannot do anything with a field goal. Unless they really believe in that defense to not give us 10. That would be an insane decision, though. Underneath. They're giving us the wrong players. Nice shot to the knees, but to the 41. Clock will continue, but so will this drive. And deep out. That, I mean, it's going to get him 5 yards and stop the clock. Trying to mix it up as much as I can, but it's tough. Bishop against the running back. Oh! Picked! Try to juke. Oh, he did, but he ran out of room. McCollum. Who else? Who else but McCollum? Oh, the hero. Yeah, I'm holding that ball. Gains about 3. Don't really like that run call, to be honest. I don't know if I can trust this jet sweep, but if there was ever a time to run it, this is the perfect time. Come on, Cody. And he gets a block. Dive. Don't fumble. That's game. We've won. Do you have to run like a legit one just to get that clock technically under? Because otherwise it would have been, you know, we'd have had to hike the ball with like a few seconds remaining, like 1 or 2. And with that, the Sacramento City Miners hold on for the victory as Mr. McCollum, the single-season interception leader of all time, seals the game with a pick. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Got to see that celebration, that ceremony. Yeah, let's punt the ball. That makes a lot of sense. And it's over. We've done it. If not for Eli Fisher's injury, it could have been the perfect season. But you know what? Stafford stepped in. And outside of that first game, which, I mean, there was a lot of field goals missed. Might not have been just Stafford's fault. Although they really didn't get put into great positions on those field goals. Did a pretty good job. You know, those 2 games kind of look like, you know, he could take over for the job of, you know, Eli Fisher and it would be no problem. But that's not the case. Eli Fisher came back, continued to play at a pretty high level. And ultimately, this team that everyone feared and everyone knew could be special is going to finish out on top. I really thought we were going to choke there right at the end. And then McCollum said, you know what, Chief, I've got hands again, and I'm going to intercept this ball, and I'm going to call game. And for the most part, he did, as all we needed was 1 first down. We got it with a really good run on the sweep from Dunn. They just didn't see coming. And here's some of the highlights from the game. Nice play for Evans, you know. Running backs really weren't involved that much in this game in the pure running category. Williams with an insane sweep himself for a touchdown. And then, of course, Eddie House with the pick 6, which was massive. That was a momentum changer and a half. They're going to show that, but obviously that didn't count. It was a cool highlight, but not really a highlight since it didn't really count. And give up a 91-yard. 91-yarder in the Super Bowl. I mean, is that the longest, like, non-special teams play in history? Might be. Fisher threw 2 interceptions. One of them obviously was a Hail Mary. The other one was insane. Lamar was pretty good for the most part, but that last pick obviously cost him the game. House was actually decent. Evans was okay, but more in the receiving game than the actual rush game. Looking at receiving game, speaking of, though, everyone is pretty tame. Jackson, 70 yards. CeeDee Lamb for 65. I know Calvin Ridley 116 with a touchdown, but one of them was for 91 yards, so really just a one-play kind of like lucky situation more than anything. Both teams' pass rush didn't get a sack. The pass rush in general was actually pretty tame from both sides. I felt like we didn't really get in there too much, even though we blitzed more than them in fairness, so we should have. But their front four, it was doing well against the run D, but as far as like the passing game, I didn't feel like there was that much pressure. Our O-line did pretty well today. One new injury, not that it matters, but how long? 5 weeks for the broken ribs. And then as far as the Niners, they had no injuries coming out of it. Quentin did come back in actually, but he wasn't nearly as effective. So I kind of wonder if that injury did affect his play, but that is going to be it for this series. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a 10-year rebuild, hopefully for Saturday. That's the plan. Should have time to do it. But this is what the team looks like for the years we've played. And obviously, we will have 10 more seasons in the future that we'll take a look at. Most of this offense, if not all of it, should still be intact by then as well. So should be a lot of fun to see this offense work. And then defense, a lot of young players on this side of the ball too. So as far as like what do you rebuild? I don't know. Maybe the linebackers change some guys around because I guess Tyndall's ceiling's almost reached 25 X. He's an X factor though, so I don't know. But yeah, this was a spectacular one and a fun one. I mean, I really loved guys like House, Fisher. Really shocked at how Kennedy became who he did. Like, I have not really had many wide receivers in my offline franchises that we literally developed from, like, quote-unquote, the ground up. Obviously, not really ground up, but, he's just normally these, like, kind of, at the time, slower, tall guys, they're really not that easy to get the ball to, and he kind of made it happen. He made it easily, happen. And some other guys like Dunn, who did get injured a lot, but underneath goons, if you will. Travis Jackson obviously came on strong. Lots of touchdowns. That first game, you knew he was going to be special with 3 touchdowns in one performance as a rookie. Bryce Cody, he's had a couple of injury concerns, a couple of drop concerns even, but for the most part, he has been a freak. Huge monster after the catch. And he's just special. He's just him. And then obviously Tony House. Maybe not the best way to finish the season, but for the most part, he's been good. He's been a great player. Did have a pretty good game there, I suppose. Just not a great volume. Fisher, we obviously already seen recently, but very good accuracy. The throw power is insane. He can move around with that athleticism just a little bit. Kind of curious to see what Hanks looks like, though. Luke Hanks, 81 overall. Run block finesse is not great, but outside of the run block finesse, he's actually pretty damn good across the board. And then defensively, there's not really much to see here. A lot of, guys that are still developing, but I'd say a guy like Nick Cross is a really big addition for us. Great throughout the season. A little iffy in that last one as he took a terrible angle and, let a huge play up. But for the most part, this is a team that developed well and even has a higher ceiling than this, as a lot of them are kind of like mid to low or low to mid 80s and very young with high devs. So really interesting to see what happens in that 10-year rebuild. See if we can become a dynasty. We just won a Super Bowl here. Maybe we win another one in a row and another one. Who knows? Be on the lookout for that on likely Saturday. Tomorrow, I would imagine, would be a Zombies video on the second channel, Kickoff Plays. Maybe subscribe to that. Upload from time to time over there. But yeah, pretty much the last bit of content before Madden 24 releases. I think technically on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So, one final video, which will be that, 10-year rebuild of this franchise on Saturday. And then we are basically headed to Madden 24. Hope you guys are excited. And if you guys enjoyed this series, really appreciate you. Maybe leave a like. Make this one of our more liked videos of the series. Subscribe if you're new. Maybe you checked out this last video because you're like, the Super Bowl, why not? It's the last video. I'm just going to click it, whatever. If you're not new, once again, really appreciate your continued support, especially on these series that, are kind of long. And, it is special to me that you guys would watch them start to finish. So it really means a ton, and I appreciate it. Maybe, like I said, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, Kickoff Plays. And that is it. Thanks for watching the series. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully you're excited for the next series, which will be on Madden 24, like we said, our Chicago Bears franchise for offline, and then still TBD for the online league, and then, probably going to do another relocation franchise, see what kind of quarterbacks, see kind of players we can get over there, and with the new uniforms and teams and stuff, maybe we try to do something special. It really wasn't possible to do a full 32-team relocation, but now with the relocation automatically taking place on the spot, it might actually be possible to do a full relocation league without like a billion people helping you out. So maybe that's the route we go. A full fantasy draft relocation league where no team is real life. That would be insane. And if you guys are interested in something like that, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya.